Hey there, welcome back Shadow's Army, and welcome to this special of Tales of Iron Chapter 1. Why this special? Because after the end of the game we thought this was finished, but instead, no. We still have a big subquest to do, and this subquest is the following. We have been invited for the first time into the Squirrel lands, where some of them suddenly disappeared and could not be found back. So, it's time to explore.
The pilgrimage to Bright Fir was not an easy wagon ride. This family's wagon wheel broke in the mud. They offered a reward if Reggie could find them a replacement.
So, we need to find a wheel somehow. Okay. Where will be this rock? Still far? Wow, it's a huge path. Here this is a mine, or we can go to the left, to the right. As the path asks us to go below, let's just start going below. Wood on the left. Oh, chest.
The Squirrel Elder's walking cane lying abandoned. If he didn't have it, Reggie wondered, how did he carry himself from this place?
How many of you there are, Jesus? Finally we didn't Let's recharge our only bullet that we lost.
The rocks of the Glimmer Mines glowed with a blue light unlike anything Reggie had ever seen. Reggie wondered what the moles would make of this place. The Squirrel Elder's lifeless body lay on the floor. The priest sighed. Before Reggie could approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen.
Oh no. You damn big bard. Could you please stop that? Oh no. Fuck. Why didn't move?
The Squirrel Elder's lifeless body lay on the floor. The priest at his side. Before Reggie could approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen.
No, what?
The Squirrel Elder's lifeless body lay on the floor. The priest at his side. Before Reggie could approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen. I totally missed the timing of this fucking parry. The Squirrel Elder's lifeless body lay on the floor. The priest at his side. Before Reggie could approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen.
Come on. Leave me alone, dummy. Fuck. There is no fucking way.
The Squirrel Elder's lifeless body lay on the floor. The priest at his side. Before Reggie could approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen.
Batman più idiot. But if you don't give me the chance to avoid, how can I avoid that?
The Squirrel Elder's lifeless body lay on the floor, the priest at his side. Before Reggie could approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen.
Nah. Come on. Okay, how to ruin a fucking run. Jump from there to there without any chance. Come on.
The Squirrel Elder's lifeless body lay on the floor, the priest at his side. Before Reggie could approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen.
No way. What? How he beat me? Can you just die? Thank you. Somehow.
With the
You
Beetle
just
Queen
fucking
in her
jump.
glimmering grave, Reggie approached the still body of the Squirrel Elder. The Squirrel Elder rose with a yelp. He'd been entranced from the ritual smoking of extra potent bright moss. Unaware, he almost became the Beetle Queen's snack. Thanking Reggie for the rescue, they headed back to begin the festival.
Well, I think now we can just go rest. Like I was dead, basically. you to provide some light sometime. We can go to the festival now.
This market stall sells all
Oh,
sorts of
market.
quality goods.
What is that?
A few coins spent here would spruce up the Crimson Keep nicely.
Oh, for 3 coins there also is a library to buy. Wow, this is basically cosmetic. Wow, why not? Maybe we'll do that.
With the Squirrel Elder back at the Bright Fir, with a tankard of bright sap in his paw, the festival of Leaf's Fall could finally begin. No sooner had the Elder raised his cup into the air to begin his opening speech, came the clattering of wood and smashing of glass. To everyone's horror, a drunken squirrel had knocked over the table with the bright sap. The festival of Leaf's Fall could not continue without the rare and sacred drink. The Squirrel Elder turned to Reggie, asking if the brave young king would again save their festival and venture into the shrine of the tapped root to collect more bright sap.
Okay, he's there below. But before, let's go to the church. Okay, I couldn't pass from here, I need to pass from the other side.
In the maze of bright fir roots, the spores were so thick Reggie had to wear his gas mask. Was this infestation the reason the bright firs were dying?
What the fuck? What are those? These tremors. Well, congrats for the fantasy to the devs of this game. So let's start by over there. What there is here? Like a secret chest. Nice. Well, surely this is amazing, but just too slow, so we're gonna store them all. Okay, so or we rise up, or we go to our final destination, to probably have a confrontation with another boss, I suppose.
The shrine of the tapped root stood before
What
him,
the?
but the root looked damaged. Before Reggie could
one
wonder what
attack.
had done this, he got his answer. A root worm, bloated and enraged by bright sap.
Wow. This is lethal. Definitely lethal. Almost one shot. Okay, that got me a little prepared. is anything else here? Ah, yeah, the stairs. Well, let's try again.
The shrine of the tapped root stood before him, but the root looked damaged. Before Reggie could wonder what had done this, he got his answer. A root worm, bloated and enraged by bright sap.
Oh, what's that? Maybe finished. Before I was out of range of this attack, why now, no? Ah, okay.
The shrine of the tapped root stood before him, but the root looked damaged. Before Reggie could wonder what had done this, he got his answer. A root worm, bloated and enraged by bright sap.
But, wow. The damages are just insane. So in order to avoid that spit, I mandatorily needed to go on the other side of him, otherwise I'm just dead. Oh no, fuck. So this time I'm gone too much life in order to try to beat him. But also right now, need to find more precisely a way on how to avoid that Viking tail attacks because it's damn strong and makes ton of damages. But okay, with the time we will learn it.
The shrine of the tapped root stood before him, but the root looked damaged. Before Reggie could wonder
How
what
can
had
I
done
avoid
this,
an attack
he got his answer.
like that?
A root worm, bloated and enraged by bright sap.
Oh no, fuck, this time he emerged. I do not exactly understand what he did. For me. Ah, fuck me. I tried to min-max the distance, but that was definitely not a good idea. This worm is also fucking resistance. I mean,
The shrine of the
a lot
tapped
of
root
life.
stood before him, but the root looked damaged. Before Reggie could wonder what had done this, he got his answer. A root worm, by bright sap.
Oh no, fuck, why I missed it? Die. That was a close one as well.
Rootworms had been banished from these parts for generations. Reggie had a feeling its presence meant something was rotten in the state of bright fur. To Reggie's dismay,
definitely.
the tap was broken. Reggie did not look forward to returning to the Squirrel Elder with no sacred sap and news of rootworms.
Not that there is something I can do otherwise. Of course, let's save a little. Let's refresh our life and go back on surface.
Though shocked at the news, the Squirrel Elder had an idea. The tap was one of several made in the basement woodsmith workshop of Castle Dre. Perhaps Reggie could look there.
Obviously, I'm a guest and I have to do the whole job, so... Ooh, nice shield. This cut. Oh, maybe I keep it the wrong armor. No, definitely I have the big one.
Approaching the ruins of Castle Dre, Reggie's whiskers twitched at the familiar stench on the breeze. He refused to believe it, after all he'd done to be rid of them.
No, no more frog, please.
It could not be. The frog scourge had returned, a pestilence on the sacred forest that could not be allowed to spread.
What the fuck? Frogs knights. Fucking.
A slapping of webbed feet from the basement. More pond filth waited below, and would soon feel his blade.
Damn. It's time to kill some of them again.
The frog squatter was none other than General Hackett. No better than a common thief, looting supplies. The only thing he'd be taking today was his last breath.
What? What? What happened? So, except the fact I'm like Santa Claus here. I didn't see it coming at all. Definitely.
The frog squatter was none other than General Hackhack, no better than a common thief looting supplies. The only thing he'd be taking today was his last breath.
Okay, I'm dead also this time. Ah, fuck me. But at least I understood a little better how it works, that fucking thing. This is also another unexplored area. But let's go here before.
The frog squatter was none other than General Hackhack, no better than a common thief looting supplies. The
we
only
also
thing
stop
he'd be taking today was his last breath.
Ow, it got me. But I definitely was out of range from that shit. And now just die, please. Surely was out of the trench, but... Okay, somehow.
With the satisfaction of the frog general dead at his paws, Reggie found the replacement tap. The squirrels would have their sacred sap.
Ah, also the wheel that the merchant was searching for. Also here what there is. Ah, secret chest. Something interesting, I hope. Definitely not. Definitely not. Thanks.
Reggie was surprised to find a mole in Brightfir Forest. The mole was embarrassed. He'd got lost going from Station C-19 to Station 24/7. Reggie sympathized. Those tunnels were a tough route. Lost he may have been, but still enterprising. The mole had armor for sale, if the king had the coin. The mole had heard of this king of rats who traveled the underground, but never believed it was true. Perhaps Reggie knew the tunnels well enough to give him directions. The
Not un
king
gioco.
barely noticed the journey back to the bright fur, dwelling as he was on the return of frog spawn to the ratdom. Where there's a general, an army must be close by. Reggie handed over the tap, but wished he could spare the old squirrel the pain of hearing frogs were in Castle Dray. The squirrel elder could not allow the festival to continue, knowing pond scum squatted in their ancestral home. Reggie did not need to be asked. He knew what needed to be done. Reggie could not believe the frogs had returned after all he had done to be rid of them. Pond scum never learn.
Yes, of course, as usual. It's always my job to fix things, no? Oh yeah, I don't have coins, okay? What are those bugs? Why they are here? Let me go to the frog. Jesus.
As Reggie
How
made his
much
way towards the
rope?
ruins of Castle Dray, the stench of pond scum once again drifted in on the cool breeze. The familiar scent made him wonder why the frogs had suddenly reappeared in the ratdom.
Poison, also here.
He'd heard tales of the great Castle Dray from his father's whiskers, but it was hard to believe this mushroom-pocked ruin was ever that once proud place. The evil frog spawn had been looting. These frogs believed they could make the central tower a new base, but Reggie would show just how wrong they were.
Cosa nata? No, fuck. What the fuck is this, an acrobat? Fuck. I definitely needed to recharge now between poison and bullet, but I recharged also half of the bullet, so it's okay.
The central tower. Whoever was collecting all these supplies would surely be at the top.
Oh, fuck. It was a misdirection. Okay. What the fuck? Come on, you cannot do that.
He'd heard tales of the great Castle Dray from his father's whiskers, but it was hard to believe this mushroom-pocked ruin was ever that once proud place. The evil frog spawn had been looting. These frogs believed they could make the central tower a new base, but Reggie would show just how wrong they were.
Let me see. Oh, it was huge. What the fuck are you doing exactly? Thank you. Okay, this is not going to be easy, so let's save maybe before.
The central tower. Whoever was collecting all these supplies would surely be at the top.
Okay, one is gone.
The young
What
king
does
had
it-
thought his lust for revenge was sated, but he would not be satisfied until every frog in his kingdom had croaked their last.
Obviously, they must all die. No spare for anyone. So let's go down before maybe to see if there is anything interesting. Ooh, the
A
seed bank.
strange crunch beneath his paws. Reggie looked down to see seeds on the floor. Jars of golden bright first seeds were all around, enough to plant 100 forests. Reggie wondered if the squirrel elder knew they were here.
Ah, no loot from them. Wow. Let's see if this chest is worth it. Nothing in particular. No. Well, maybe next time we will be luckier. Final boss time has come. Will this be the real last boss
Seems
of the
he
game?
wasn't the only one here for vengeance.
What
Shield
the
Maiden Yellowtongue was waiting,
Oh,
screaming the name
what's
of her
that?
fallen brother, War Chief Greenwort.
Okay, that boomerang was dangerous, definitely. Or he just deplete my bar and by...
Seems he wasn't the only one here for vengeance. Shield Maiden Yellowtongue was waiting, screaming the name of her fallen brother, War Chief Greenwort.
Let's see the second phase if he has. Oh no, fuck, this was my bad. What? Fuck. Let me see. Oh, fuck. That was a long range one. Okay. Well, at least I know it takes a lot of damage from bullets, so the last 20% of life will be gone with them.
Seems he wasn't the only one here for vengeance. Shield Maiden Yellowtongue was waiting, screaming the name of her fallen brother, War Chief Greenwort.
Ah, fuck. My... Ah, it was a red one, not a yellow one, right? but I was definitely out of the range. Oh no. Oh. That was a body slam. Okay.
Seems he wasn't the only one here for vengeance. Shield Maiden Yellowtongue was waiting, screaming the name of her fallen brother, War Chief Greenwort. Oh no. You're a ninja. Fuck that. Oh, fuck. And you're gone, Fading
man.
echoes of her last croak. Castle Dre was returned to peace. There was a shrine in the room, carved figures of Reggie and his enemies in Bright Fir Forest. The frogs had planned it all to lure him here.
It was at open as well, but finally these fucking frogs are there. I cannot see this map because it needed a key.
A strange crunch beneath his paws.
Ah, yeah.
Reggie
Fuck,
looked
I
down
totally
to see
forgot
seeds
about
on the
it.
floor. Jars of golden Bright Fir
I
seeds were
totally
all around,
missed it.
enough to plant 100 forests. Reggie wondered if the Squirrel Elder knew they
Come
were
on.
here.
Little boy, do you want to party something or not? Yes, this one that I totally forgot. This one that was nothing impressive. Okay, time to go back to... maybe save, you know. Yeah. I think I heard the music coming more near. Time to have a feast,
The
finally.
squirrels at the Bright Fir rejoiced to hear Castle Dre was back to its somber state of peace once more. The Squirrel Elder could start the Leaf Fall Festival at last. Reggie basked in the joy of the squirrel folk, as warming as the golden light of the firs. He reclined in his chair and was honored with a cup of bright sap. Being king has its perks.
We go back to home, I suppose. Here is the wheel for you.
With the new wheel in paw, the wagon would be on its way. Reggie assured them they'd not missed the festival as there'd been a few minor delays.
Well, yeah, they were in late, but okay. Sunlights. The quests are finished. Let's see what awaits us at the Crimson Fort. And finally, it seems like our run is end. No more frogs. Not anywhere. Finally, Tales of Iron is gone. And we are ready to start the second chapter. So, if you want to be updated on when we are going to release this new video, please subscribe to the channel and join eventually also our Discord community, where you can give some video suggestions or maybe suggest some perks game. For today's session is everything. Thank you everyone and have a good day. Bye bye.